I hereby dub this the DIMON-GORMAN saving chart. And all you need to know, over here in equities, JP Morgan, better over the last 4 years. Morgan Stanley, better over the last 4 years. And here's a train wreck known as Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse as well. The Americans are winning. Alison, congratulations to your team on a phenomenal chart showing the lead right now for American banks. How do they prosper in the next 24 months, given the new Deutsche Bank?
Well, the banks have had a lot of share gains, and I think just given the Deutsche changes, there's obviously more opportunity in equities. There's some more opportunity in fixed as well, a little bit less so. But our key worry for Deutsche Bank is really potential knock-on effects to their core businesses. So transaction banking is a business that has been very strong for the banks. It's helped these numbers, and that's, I think, our worry for Deutsche.
On a type 1, type 2 basis for Deutsche Bank, we're sitting here with Von Moltke, the CFO. We're sitting here with the CEO. On a type 2 basis, is JP Morgan going to take existing business, or are they going to be taking a losing business for Deutsche Bank, where Deutsche Bank's seeing a subsumed business, and even there, at the margin, the Americans take it?
I think they're going to be taking, they're going to be filling the gap that Deutsche Bank leaves behind. And then I think that, the key is Deutsche Bank is going to sort of whittle down its equities effort. They've made this big announcement about exiting global equities, as we discussed yesterday. But they're going to try to keep a targeted effort just to ensure that they can compete in other businesses. So the question is, how big does that need to be? And will that really ensure them to be competitive in some of the adjacent businesses?
Right. So when does that get answered, Alison, given the amount of the cut that they did in equities?
So I think we'll have a little bit better sense over the next couple of weeks. There were a lot of stories yesterday in terms of what we've already seen in terms of cuts. I think we'll get a little bit of a better idea in the next couple of weeks, through their earnings call in terms of what the equity effort looks like that's still standing and how big that is. But I think one of the points of the chart that we showed earlier is there's a lot of talk, us included, about the share gains, U.S. versus Europe. But when you break down and look at the specific chart that Tom just showed, it really shows you that there's been a concentration of shares. So JP Morgan gaining in FICC and equities, a lot of their gains coming from non-U.S. The news from Deutsche shows that there's perhaps more opportunity for them there. Citi gaining in FICC, a little less so in equities. Morgan Stanley gaining in equities, a little less in FICC. And really, Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse, through all the changes of the past few years, have really fueled those gains.